Finish this off. I'm sorry for the delays at times. As I've told you, this is a live. These are live, and being live like this, you see the mistakes, you see the stopping to do your, and I'm afraid it just kills a lot of people that I do that. They think I ought to edit all my stuff, and I just I'm sorry, I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to edit. I'm going to do it live, and you're just going to have to bear with me, which I think most people are all right with it. I'm just cutting around the arms here so that back where the little girl is, and I can actually cut just right in there and cut right in there, just kind of it's kind of a issue to get that out of there. So we're just kind of straighten this up in here. I am so sorry. I have had, my allergies have just been, we're getting every day we're getting a, like, cold and then hot, cold and hot, and my allergies are just really having, and the wind's been blowing, so of course that sends in all the allergens and stuff like that. So and I do take allergy medicine every day, but this weather has been quite challenging, and that's what happens in this area. It's not like most areas. We you get cold and everything like that. It's cold in the mornings and then hot in the afternoons. So it's the temperature changes constantly. And I read one where a doctor say the temperature change is going from hot to cold doesn't really matter. But I just do not believe that. I believe that it does matter, and it does have something to do with the way you feel, and especially when you get our age, or my age, not our age necessarily. I want to explain to you that this is not a beginner's project here. This is a much more advanced project that we're doing here, and it's not something really for the beginner, but that's all right. Just kind of getting the hair in here. All right, let's see. I'm just going to kind of go around the figure now. We're almost getting toward the end here of this situation. And we're enjoying ourselves, but all right, as we look at the piece, it's it's quite it's quite primitive looking in a lot of ways, in other words, but that's what we want. You've watched me carve, and you've watched me create these characters a lot of times, and a lot of them are very primitive in the old style of carving. They're not made to look, modern day or anything like that. It's getting the off of this. Let me get my V tool also, so that okay, here it is. And we're going to go down here to the hands. And we're just going to go ahead and put some, just like that. See? And we're going to soften this one up right here a little bit. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just like that. Okay? And let's go ahead and let's go ahead and put it in the little girl's hair. See how I just barely hit the highlights with this V tool? We don't need, you know, strong lines as we put. Okay, see that? Kind of making the face a little bit like that. And cut the nose down a little bit. Here we go. You see, I use the tip of my knife whenever I do this kind of stuff. So, all right, and let's go ahead and come up here where the mother her hair is, and put some I need to take this and put this in here. Okay. All right. And I'm just kind of going around the figure here and taking some of the, kind of hitting the rough spots as we have right in here. Well, we have a guy across the street that's hitting, you know, pucking on something, so I'm sorry if you hear a little banging and all that stuff. we're getting very close to the end here of this figure. This to me almost looks like a little immigrant woman and her daughter. And I love the immigrant style of carving. I love to, I'm sorry, all this noise. I love the look of the immigrant style, the immigrant people. It's something that is pretty amazing to carve and to be a part of. So this is, like I said, this is a, when I saw the sculpture, I just really fell in love with the way it was designed. In fact, I actually have, the sculpture is really very crude. It's not, this is a little bit more detailed than the sculpture, which I just did, which is all right. I mean, it's, you know, but because the sculpture is really pretty crude. I mean, the little girl doesn't have any face at all, hardly. And the mother, you know, or the faces are just basically sculpture type faces. They're not realistic type faces or anything like that. And I wanted to make them just a little bit different is all. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I think we're getting really down to the nitty-gritty here. Oh, hold on there. Well, I tell you what, this is just about done. Now, I'm going to need to come down some more with this arm. This side here. Here. Okay. Well, I think we're getting things down to the thing here. Let me come back here and do a little bit more, moving this out right in here. Okay, well, let me tell you something. We have just about. Okay, let me do something here. Let's do something with these feet. They're not quite what I'm looking here. What I'm looking here is I need to come down just a little bit more with these feet right here. And come down a little bit more in this area here. There we go. Round these off a little bit more. Okay, clean this up in here a little bit. Okay, I think we are just about done, except for the cleanup process that I do later with. Okay, let me go wet him. By wetting the piece, we get to see the grain a little bit better. I think in this piece here, I'm not going to paint this piece. I'm going to actually just stain it as kind of a movement, as we might say. And I want to take a little bit more off right there. Right there. Yeah, we want to do this as best we know how. All right, well, there's our piece. And I think we're going to be all right here. And I'll clean it up pretty good, stain it, and then I'll show you what we have and what we're looking at here. And so, in a matter of speaking, we've got it. Okay, well, there is our little, now that I look at it, it's like a little immigrant woman and her child. She's standing, and we did that all from the very front of the piece, in other words. This is almost like doing a relief carving, really, but it starts out as a relief carving and then ends up in a 3D type situation in such a way. So this is our little piece, and we've enjoyed doing it. Now, once again, this is not a beginner's project. This is a more advanced person. It's been carving a little while, because this would be in that realm of a much more advanced person, because this is a little bit harder to do. So I try to always look for a lot of beginners projects, but sometimes I just do something that I enjoy doing for the more advanced crowd, as we say. So anyway, there is our little mother and child, and so I want to thank you. We've had a good time doing I want to thank you so much. Put that in there so that comes in a little bit. And in there just as well. I want to thank you for tuning in. And like I said, it is well, just different in such a way. So anyway, there's our little mother and child. All right, well, God bless you now. And this has been a joy. It's been a little bit longer carving because we've had to remove a lot of wood from a 1 3/4 inch piece. And we still have a lot left, but then we want to show that. So, all right, I think I'm going to stain this. Instead of painting it, I think it would be better if it was stained. So, anyway, okay, well, God bless you now. Bye-bye.